What is going on? What is going on? What's up, Foodie Gang? What's up? What's going on? All right, are y'all ready? Let's get into time for tea at 907 Goodies. We got some hot topics that we are gonna talk about. But before we get into all of that, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And my information is scrolling across the screen at the bottom. And as always, you can support the show by sending a super chat, send the Venmo or the PayPal, or you could just hit the like button. But I got my tea right here. Today we are drinking peach tea. And we are going, can y'all see that? Oh yeah, there we go. We're drinking peach tea today. And today we're gonna talk about can y'all hear me okay? Can everybody hear me? Today we are gonna talk about the warrant issued for the Michigan mother whose children unfortunately froze allegedly to death. But there's more information, so we're gonna break down that story. Shout out to Emperor. He said, "What up, though?" 907 goodies in chat. Smash that like button. And I am sorry I am late. let me address that. And we got Angela in the building as well. She said, "Hello, everybody." Okay, so we're going to talk about the warrant issue for the Michigan mother. Track star hit in the head with a baton. And I have both of the interviews from the girl that was the aggressor and also from the victim. So we're going to hear both sides of that. That's some grease right here. That's some grease right here. Okay, and then Buried in Gucci. So we have been talking about G Money, Little Ronnie, and I actually played the video where she said that her daughter was going to be buried in Gucci. I that part of the video has made outrage, so we're gonna talk about it some more today, and we have some more updates about that story. I know that you guys are tired of hearing about Get Money, Lil Ronnie and his daughter, but the story, excuse me, the story keeps getting. It's like there's so many twists and turns as soon as it dies down, something else happens in that story. So I got some updates that we're gonna talk about, and yeah, so we got our tea here. Okay, but before we get to any of today's content, I am gonna read the channel disclaimer to you guys. Okay, so here we go. Welcome to 907 Good Eats Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. Please note that the information provided on this channel, including commentary and discussions, is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Comments and opinions expressed are those of the individuals and not those of 907 Goodies. While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, we cannot guarantee its completeness, reliability, or accuracy. The use of the information provided on this channel is strictly at your own risk. We do not claim any ownership of any third party content featured on our channel. All third party content is the intellectual property of the respective owners, and we respect their rights. Viewer discretion is advised for all content. All right, all right. So we got that out of the way. That is the disclaimer. We got to go over that because we're gonna make somebody mad today. But y'all, my okay, so I'm gonna redo my hair for real today. I did wash it before we got here. But these headphones make your hair look weird. Okay. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the Facebook food group, and we're gonna talk about some food before we get into the topics. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tonight. we are going to be back in the kitchen. I know we have not gone to the kitchen in a while, but tonight we're going back. We are gonna make turkey spaghetti tonight. So that live stream, that video is already set up. And after this one, live stream, it should redirect you to that video. But have your notifications turned on. We're gonna be back in the kitchen and we're gonna be cooking this weekend. So what I'm thinking is we'll do our time for tea 4 or 5 days during the week. I would say 5, but y'all, it's hard to pull up here every day. Okay, so we're gonna have time for tea 4 to 5 days during the weekdays. That's That's our goal, is to do it every day during the weekdays. Some weeks maybe 4 times, some weeks be 5. And then we'll be fitting in our cooking as much as possible. Saturday, we're gonna do the Saturday Foodiegang breakfast, but I actually want to do it around the same time that I normally do it, or probably around like 10 a.m. my time. And I want to do lunch this time, but that live chat will be members only. So join the channel, join the channel. Um, oh, okay. And then Saturday we'll have the Foodie Gang food panel, and then Sunday we'll be trying to do Sunday dinner. Sometimes the family comes, sometimes they don't. Nobody knows. Nobody knows when they're actually gonna show up. So let me share my screen with you guys, and we're gonna look at some food first before we get into the hot topics. We got our tea right here. It is time for tea. We got some hot topics. We're gonna sit, we're gonna chill. Let me actually show you guys this video. Okay, so I was looking back at my content and I realized that I've been getting the name wrong for this segment. I've been calling it tea time at 9:07 Goodies. It's actually time for tea. So I updated the video and I made everything match, y'all. I got a lot going on, a lot going through my mind. But I was getting the name of this segment confused. So I updated that video. Let me play it for y'all before we get into the food.
Please hold for a very important message.
Okay, so I updated. It's time for tea at
Please hold for a very important message.
Okay, I didn't mean to play it that second time, but I accidentally hit the button on y'all. Okay, that's the thing about being on StreamYard when I'm on my phone. It's easy, it's very simple because there's not many buttons. But when I'm on StreamYard, it's a lot of buttons. So bear with me. Okay, we're gonna go into the the food group. We're gonna look at some things. We're gonna look at some food. Okay, here we go. And thank you so much, Angela. Angela said that's a great name. Yes, it is time for tea, and that's going to be our morning show. We're going to sit back, we're going to sip our tea, and we're going to talk about hot topics. And then we're still going to be doing our cooking. We know we always cook, y'all, but this is our morning show. This is where you can find us at. And out to G Honda in the building, always coming through, working hard out here. One of the hardest working YouTubers that we know. But yes, we're still going to be doing our cooking. But I really like this daytime show. We're time for tea. where we go over the hot topics and we drink our tea. You know what? There is nothing like being at the kitchen table and being messy. So here we are. But we're not gonna be messy yet. We're gonna look at some food. We're gonna look at some food. And we are cooking today. We're back in the kitchen. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is what happened. This is why we ain't been in the kitchen. Y'all, I hurt my shoulder and I pulled a muscle in my shoulder. So that's why we haven't been in the kitchen, honestly. Cause y'all know normally I be cooking all the time. So I've been eating out a lot because my shoulder is has been hurting so bad. I think I just or maybe overused it, rolled it the wrong way. I don't know, G Honda. I don't know. But my shoulder been hurting. It's better now. We're gonna get back in the kitchen today. We're gonna be in the kitchen all weekend long. I miss cooking, y'all, but I've been eating out these past couple days, or one of my sisters will buy me food. So, but we back in the kitchen today. This is the Facebook food group, Foodiegang fan page. This is a great opportunity for you to share your food with me. And because I want to see what you are cooking in the kitchen when you are at home. Because, y'all come here and it's just me cooking, but I want to see what y'all got going on. So let me drop this link for the food group. We just made 3,000 members the other day. And you guys, I started this food group because I was tired of my content not being able to be posted in other groups because they said I was posting too much. So I was like, let me just make my own group and then I can just post whatever I want. Cause I was making so much content on Facebook already. It's like I might as well just make my own group. So, I did. And it has gone so much better than I imagined. I've met some really amazing people. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Y'all can hear a little snap. I want to make sure I got my tea right here. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, truck pulls up. You only get one. If they have the push pop on here, I'm going with the push pop. No, I don't think they have the push pop. Why they don't got the push pop? Ooh, this firecracker right here. This one that's red, white, and blue. Yeah, this one right here is that one is really, really good. I'm going with 33. The one that's right down here. This one I'm going with. I'm going with 33, hands down. That is what I am going with. Oh, okay. I was gonna. Okay. Yes, I'm going with 33, the red, white, and blue. That's my favorite one. If they had it on here though, I would go with the push pop. I'm actually surprised they don't have the push pop on here. Ooh, 13 is really good too. Ooh, okay. 33, 13, and they don't have it, but I'm going with the push pop. These ice cream sounds just be busting too. Okay, so we got some egg curry at lunch, egg curry lunchtime. Who doesn't like curry though? Curry's really good. It says it says I don't need a personal trainer. I need someone to follow me around and slap food out of my hand. So that is hilarious. That is funny. That is funny right there. Man, I think I need both. And that's the thumbnail for today. So, like I said, we're gonna talk about oh, it went all the way back. I don't know why. This is a thumbnail for today. We're gonna talk about the Michigan mother right there, the track star, what went on with them. We're gonna talk about G Ronnie or Get Money, Little Ronnie's baby mother. And this is the victim from the incident with the baton. And yes, we are on season 3, episode 173. Like I said, today we are getting back in the kitchen, back in the kitchen. Okay, so you know what's funny? I posted this morning, and then that other person posted that picture. But okay, I only got 4 options here, but choose one below. Y'all know what I'm going with. I'm going with C all day. B is very good too. B is very good too. I like B. B is good, but I'm going with C if they got my favorite. C is my favorite hands down. And then we interviewed this chef. She's a personal chef. She said, y'all please be sure to follow me on YouTube. I need 200 more folks in order to do live streams. Thank you very much. I wonder what the requirement is for YouTube to do live streams. Do you need 200 people? I thought it was 50. Thought it was 50. Should we click on it? Yeah, let's click on it and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna check out her channel later, and if it's good, I'll share it with y'all. This one is crazy. Like, what is that? What is that, Foodie Gang? It says elbow slapper leader prawn. Mm-mm. I don't want no job with nothing like that. That's too much for me. Ooh, this looks really good. Really like yummy and healthy. This is a prawn avocado salad. Okay, okay. We got a little bit of food. See, fried tofu and oyster sauce. You know, you can do a lot with tofu and you can make it so many different ways. And that's why a lot of people, really like tofu because you can just do a lot with it. And before you use tofu, you should press it so that you can get all the moisture and all the water out. And what we used to do in the kitchen is we would use 2 sheet pans, put one on the bottom, put something on top, put a sheet pan on top, and then we would put like cans on the top sheet pan to press the tofu. Okay, this is oatmeal. It's like with some apples, blueberries, raisins. I think I got everything. We got some food here. All right, all right. All right, all right. We talked a little bit about food. Y'all know this is 907 Good Eats. We always gotta throw food in there somewhere. So we are gonna talk about the Michigan mother. And what I'm gonna do for you guys some of you guys may have already heard about the Michigan mother, and some of you may not have heard anything. So I am going to share the backstory of the Michigan mother who lost 2 children in the car due to what we believed at the time was hypothermia. That was the story. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning. We're going to play that footage And we're going to talk about it now knowing what we know. Because and when the story first came out, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I believed it. I did. I really did. And I remember being on a panel show, and we were actually arguing about the Michigan mother, and a lot of people were saying that she if the kids really did unalive or become unalived from hypothermia, other people in the car would have frostbite on themselves, or like there would be some type of indication on everybody that there was frostbite. And you know, we some of us was like, no, that's not true. Why can't y'all just believe it? Because at the time the hospital confirmed that it was hypothermia. And that's why we were all thinking that. But now it has come out that it wasn't from hypothermia. It was from carbon dioxide poisoning. So that is why we are bringing this story back up. That is why we're going to go through the footage again, knowing what we know now, because now the story has changed. Y'all, it's time for tea at 907 Good Eats. And Empress said, well, and Empress, I'm glad you're here. Shout out to my Michigan people, my Detroit people, everybody ain't bad from Michigan. But right now, some people is making y'all look bad right now. But we still cool with y'all. Empress said, well, Detroit PD sent a warrant request to the prosecutor. The mother does not have a warrant out on her, not yet. Thank you so much, Emperor, for clarifying that and clearing that up. And that is a very important detail that we have to keep in our minds until we know further more about the situation. But because the kids becoming unalive and passing away, because it is ruled carbon dioxide poisoning, it is ruled as an accident. So they are wondering if that will have an impact on what they charge her with, or if they charge her at all. But what do y'all think? And Empress said a warrant request in Michigan means the police are done with their investigation and they send the case to the prosecutor. Then then decides whether or not charges are needed. And that is one of the things that is being talked about. Will she face charges at all because their death is now ruled as an accident? Or is she guilty because she lied and said the car had no gas and clearly it did? And Empress said, yeah, I disagree with the findings of Wayne County Medical Examiner. Carbon monoxide poisoning in an open air garage makes no sense. I've designed those garages. But Emperor, one thing we can say is that this story is taking a lot of twists and turns that just really don't make sense. So we're going to go through the footage again today and we're going to look at it with new eyes. But how could the hospital have said it was hypothermia and the medical examiner says it's carbon dioxide poisoning or carbon monoxide poisoning? I'm saying it wrong. Thank you, Emperor. Emperor coming out with the corrections. Carbon monoxide poisoning, but poisoning. So, how could they have conclusions that are so different? It's kind of what I don't really understand. You know, like what, like, why is everyone's story so different? Now, the mother saying that they passed away because they froze to death, and she said the car was off, but clearly the car was on. So do we now look at the mother as if she is a liar? As if she is not telling the truth? Do you guys feel like criminal charges should be taken on her? Well, we're gonna talk about it. And Angela said there were other people sleeping in that car who survived. So it may not have been intentional. It's just a weird story. It's a really weird story. And Empress says the fix is in if they charge her. It'll open Pandora's box and a huge lawsuit for the city of Detroit. I believe the doctors at the Children's Hospital in Michigan before the Wayne County Medical Examiner. And Emperor, you are actually in Detroit, so we hear you. We hear you because you may know more about that medical examiner. And Drip, how are you doing? How are you doing? Shout out to Drip Nation. Um, Anyone that has a link, feel free to drop it. We're just kicking back. It's time for TI 907 goodies. We're going to get into the Michigan mother. There have been some new claims, some new stuff that has happened in that story. And Drip said neglect charges should be given probably. I do feel like oh my goodness. Wait till y'all hear this. How they found the kids is shocking. The kids were not well kept. There was clearly neglect. And hey, Derek, how are you doing? There was clearly neglect, like Drip King says. But oh my goodness. And G Honda, are you going live today? He said this is beyond tragic. Very tragic, very unnecessary. And Drip King said, I am doing good. But I'm going to stop talking. We're going to get into the content. We're going to get into the content. I read the disclaimer to y'all. The information is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Let's get into it. And I updated the video because I had the name wrong of my own show. Hey, Freezy, how are you doing? How are you doing, Freezy? Y'all, shout out to No Captivity with Freezy. If you guys are on YouTube, subscribe to No Captivity with Freezy, the Drip King, G Honda, and Emperor's Gaming channel. We are going to talk about some hot topics. It's time for tea. We is chilling, and we finna talk about some people. Y'all know I don't really be in the drama, but today we getting into the drama. And we're going to talk more about the G Money Little Ronnie situation. But first is
Everybody who know me know I worship the ground and kids walk though.
The 29-year-old mother.
okay. So this is the footage that was this is like shortly after the incident occurred. There has been a lot of breaking developments in this story since it has happened. Like any story is going to have its twists and turns. So here we go.
Of the two kids that likely froze to death Monday in the parking structure of the Hollywood casino.
Maybe I asked the wrong people for help. But that was the only thing I did wrong.
Tatiana, remembering how many times she reached out for a place to live, she asked the father of the two kids that died.
He had an excuse every time. Either he's working, they can't come where he's living. He lived with a female and the parents and them don't want kids there or something.
She also asked the city of Detroit for help.
I reached out in November. I reached out before that. I've been on the CAM list for a long time. And every time I called and asked if they have a bed, they said they don't have family beds.
So
Okay, now that we have found out that her kids died from being poisoned. I think Empress said it was. Let me make sure I get the name right. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Does her story change? Do we still feel like she's a woman who was looking for housing? Are we blaming her now, or are we still saying that the house she received, the money she received on GoFundMe, she should be able to keep it? Or are we looking at her like she guilty? Um, and okay, so yes, the father's family went on Cellulite's live stream and told their side of the story and basically called her a liar. Do we believe it? And I didn't get the father's interview because I didn't want to take the story away from her. But the father did an interview, and a lot of people were saying that his attitude, his demeanor, what he was saying was not cool. But now, is he justified? Because he said she be playing games. Let's, but it's just an interesting story. We got to talk about situations like this so that we can try to learn from them and be better. And, we got to do a little case study. So let's get back into it.
7 of them had been sleeping in their 2002 Town and Country van since November, but the kids had everything else.
They ate every day, all day. Goodies, food. They didn't want for nothing. Every day they went to school. I had one mistake.
And the kid's grandmother, 49.
Okay, so you heard her. One mistake the kids didn't want for nothing. Let me ask you guys this. If your child or whoever you're caring for doesn't have a place to stay, they don't have a shelter and they don't have a home, are we considering not having everything that you need? Do we consider not having a home you not wanting for nothing if you don't have a home? And she said they ate all day. So that's her word. So we're gonna see. And Angela said, I believe that the father and his side of the family are not telling the truth because they don't want to look like bad people. But even if I do feel like the father is still a little bit wrong because she said, come get your kids, and you didn't come get them. And you're the father and you're in the same state. So I do feel like he could have still did more. But now what he said about her being a liar, it's looking like kind of true because she's lying. And Empress said, kids want a roof over their head, not sleeping in a vehicle. I do feel like if you say my kids don't want for nothing, they have everything that they need, well then your kids better have a place to stay. That's the shelter, food, and education. That's the main things that we're supposed to be doing with our kids. So I think she was pushing it right there, but we gotta keep in mind this interview that she did with the news station was a couple days after she had lost her kids already. Or yeah, I think it was like the next day. So she wasn't in the right state of mind. But once that money hit, once that money hit and the house hit, then we found out that the kids really didn't freeze to death, allegedly, according to the medical examiner. And even if what Emperor said is true, where he believes the hospital versus the medical examiner, isn't it fishy that everybody has different stories? It's like, don't nobody's story match. Don't nobody's story match. So let's get back into it.
9-year-old Yvette Goodman was also in the van that day. Did the van run out of gas?
I have no idea what happened. I have no idea.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes.
And then when you woke...
Only night I fell asleep. I usually be woke.
And when you woke up, what happened?
My grandson wasn't moving.
A GoFundMe account has been set up to help the family.
That's one of the reasons we did set the GoFundMe up, so she will be able to have housing for herself and the children, her other remaining.
And Drip said, a 907, I feel both sides is responsible. I feel the same way as well. I feel like both sides are responsible. And if your kids are homeless and there's 2 of you guys are alive, then I think that both of y'all gotta take the fall for your kids being homeless. I don't know the personal details. I'm sure more will come out. But if he had a place to stay, no way his kids be homeless. Maybe her, but not his kids. And she should have provided a place to stay for them. It looks like she has some other type of battles going on. But we're gonna go to a quick commercial, and I have to run to the garage, and I'll be right back. And we're gonna get back into the content after these messages. So I will be right back. Hey, foodie gang, welcome back, welcome in, welcome in, welcome to my kitchen. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you made it to this step, I'm gonna explain to you exactly what is going on. So, I have my new membership program. I am launching my membership program, and there are three different tiers: Foodie, The Gang, and Certified Foodie Gang. I am going to explain to you about each tier, and also the instructions and all the information is down below so you can check it out. So we are just going to start with the first tier, which is the Foodie, and it is going to be $2.99. You are going to get loyalty badges next to your name to let everybody know how long you have been a foodie. You will also have emojis to use in the chat that are designed by me, and I cannot wait until you guys see them and check them out. You're also going to have member only live chats, priority reply to comments. So that is the first tier. The second tier, which is the gang, will have all of the previous perks that we talked about, plus early access to new videos, member shout outs, photo and status updates, and members only live stream, plus the perks that we mentioned previously. Now, moving right along. Now we're on to the third tier, Certified Foodie Gang. The third tier is going to have all of the previous perks from the first and the second tier, plus the third tier, which includes connecting on social media, members only cooking videos, member only shorts. This third tier is $19.99. So we have $2.99, $6.99 for the gang, $19.99 for the third tier. At any point in time, you can cancel, you can upgrade or downgrade depending on what you do, Foodie Gang. But the choice is really yours, and the flexibility is yours. I encourage you guys to join my membership program and go along on this journey with me at 907 Goodies so that you never miss a meal, a recipe, or a live stream going forward. So join the membership program, read all about it, and like I said, you can cancel at any point in time. But if you want to continue to cook with me and receive my recipes, become a member, join the membership program. And I am so excited for all of my Foodie Gang members to continue to enjoy my great content. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the membership or in the program. Thank you guys all for tuning in, Foodie Gang. Thank you guys so much for continued support of my channel and my cooking. Now, with all that being said, let's get started. Okay. Welcome back. My bad, y'all. We are back. Back to the show. Let me see what everybody's saying in the comment section. Oh, we got lady out here. What is going on?
We'll put a link to the GoFundMe account on our website, fox2detroit.com.
That's all I wanted to do was sleep somewhere safe.
In Detroit, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
Get a tag right there.
Okay, so after the whole thing with the kids happened, they did give her a house, and they also started a GoFundMe for her. And I think they raised like $50,000. It was a lot of money. Hey, lady, how are you doing? I'm sorry, y'all had to run downstairs. But I'm back. We're gonna get back into the content. And Freddie said, yes, it's up to the prosecutor, but I doubt it, bro. It's too many politics involved. When cases get bigger than the town, they do become political. I believe that the G Money, Little Ronnie, and his daughter situation has become political because it did occur in Texas and a kid did lose their life. And Empress said, um, yep, like I said, before you come in, if they charge her, Pandora's box going to be open. A huge lawsuit for the city of Detroit. I feel like the city was in a hard spot when this whole thing happened because it just made them look bad. You know what I'm saying? And lady said, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to set the notifications to all so you never miss a thing. We'll resume shortly. And thank you guys so much for holding on. I try to hurry back. And lady said, patience, foodie gang. Okay, shout out to the foodie gang. And lady said, hope you all are having a good day so far, and we pray it continues to stay that way. We are back. Yes, we are back in the building, y'all. I'm locked in. I ain't going nowhere else. Okay. And Drip King said he calls his people the Drip Squad. Feel like once you get a name and you start having your channel and you start calling your people, we got the no cap crew, we got the Squad, we got the Foodie Gang over here, we got Drip Nation. You gotta name your people to show the support. Amber said, "Yep, Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries gave her the crib mortgage free for 1 year." And someone was saying, in regards to what Emperor just said, somebody was saying that they don't think that she is going to be able to maintain all the bills after the 1 year is up. So they feel like she's going to lose the house after that 1 year is over. And Empress said her and fam did the GoFundMe. I also heard that the father did a GoFundMe too, and people was mad about that. I heard and I saw a little bit of it. They was dragging him on social media. They was not cool with homeboy. They did not like the baby father, especially when he did that interview and said what he said. And Emperor is in Michigan and he agrees with everything I'm saying. I love it when I am going over a topic and then I have people from that city actually in the chat confirming or denying everything that I'm saying. That's what we need. We need boots on the ground. Shout out to the Foodiegang investigative team. Empress said, especially with it being an election year this year, and the current mayor is running for governor next year, which makes the story even more juicier, in my opinion, about what are they going to do? Are they going to approve the arrest warrant or are they going to deny it? What are they going to do? So, okay, Empress said, yeah, I call my people the Kojakians. Did I say that right? Okay, Kojakians. Am I saying it right? Okay, you know how they tell you how to say a word and they put the little dashes in there? I need you to do that. A lady said, Emperor, I thought you made one already, fam. Didn't see it, so I'll delete mine. Oh, thank y'all. Shout out to the moderators for always, watching the channel, always supporting. When we do these live streams and we are doing a regular live stream, we don't have a lot of trolls. But when we get up into the kitchen and we go to that vertical view, the trolls be trolling. So shout out to all the moderators. And Empress said the father made a GoFundMe to pay for the funeral. But since McFall Brothers Funeral Home covered the cost, he canceled his. Yeah, y'all, social media was not feeling the father. They was not feeling him. They was even talking about who he chose to be with when they said she was a big girl. Yeah. And lady said, you be on top of that, usually everywhere, laugh a lot. I don't want to step on your toes, fam. Look, shout out to the moderators. Like I said, when we be in the kitchen and we up in that vertical view, everybody got something to say. And shout out to the luxury bucket list. Hey sis and chat, I'm late. No luxury. You are right on time. We are talking about the Michigan mother and some of the things that we're talking about how we're breaking down the whole story. Back to when the kids allegedly froze to death in the vehicle at the casino, to her, going on TV or going on the news and doing a cry for help and telling us that she reached out to everyone. From the GoFundMe to the house is where we're at now. So I'm going to play the video. I'm going to get into it and we're going to see what they say. Amber said, by right, the mother should have canceled hers too. since McFall covered and paid for the funeral services. There's a lot of twists and turns and a lot of shady things that have occurred during that story, and what is done in the dark will come to light. So, here we go. Let's get back into the video.
All right. Hey, what up, man? Brand new. Absolutely. Ain't no doubt about it.
They found this video of her on Facebook Live. And in this video, she appears to be turning up, drinking, and twerking. And people felt some type of way about this. It says, Detroit mother whose children froze to death caught partying on Facebook Live. Now, we in this live stream, we're going to talk about how people grieve and whether it's justified. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
All right. Hey, what up, man? Brand new. Absolutely. Ain't no doubt about it.
So here she is partying. That is definitely her. And we can see, let me make it bigger for y'all. We can see that she also cleaned up too. You remember that raggedy wig? That raggedy wig is gone. And lady said maybe they celebrating. I'm not sure if they're celebrating or not. But there was also a rapper who did a GoFundMe, Gunplay. He did a GoFundMe, and after that GoFundMe, every time they seen him with anything as far as like anything that was expensive, any jewelry, they talked about that GoFundMe. I don't know if they are celebrating or not, but I'm just saying people in the internet felt some type of way about this. And ooh, okay. Luxury said, I'm still in Italy. I'm interested, but I still feel the same way. Everyone in that case are horrible. The mama, the father, the grandma, CPS, everyone. Now, I do agree with that. I feel like the children were failed by everyone. I do not think this is a situation where one person should be blamed. Everybody should get a little bit of this fault. And luxury, I agree with you. The mama was giving crackhead vibes. Allegedly. I did not see her smoking. I don't know, but I'm just saying. They was giving them vibes off. And Empress said, oh, they celebrating all right. Yeah, we can tell they celebrating. Is it justified? Is it something that you feel someone who has just lost two children should be doing? So Angela said, neither the mother or father is going to win the Parent of the Year award. I know that's right. They are not getting it. It is very sad when we see bad parenting from the mother and the father, because then it starts to feel like the kids didn't have a chance. And that's kind of what this situation is starting to look like and feel like. Is I don't know if the kids would have been any better off with the father. They probably still be alive though, but he don't seem like he really cared about them that much. And Luxury said, yep, looking like to make more kids with another random, in my opinion. Ooh, Emperor came with the confirmation. And he said, yep, she's a dolphin. She'll lose the house in a year. Please believe I've seen it before. Don't say you want help, and then when you get help, you still be acting foolish. You still be acting foolish. And Drip said, hey. Lady said, so when you start your life out to become better, how you supposed to live? Oh, wait, maybe sad, homeless, looking, not smiling like God not blessing you. I'm just saying, not giving her excuse, just looking throughout. And that's what we do here at Time for TN 907 Goodies. We break down the stories from all angles. We listen to what everyone has to say, and maybe we'll learn stuff. We're definitely gonna learn something. But maybe when you come out of this live stream, you'll have a different perspective. And I do get what Lady's saying, like how is she supposed to look? I don't look. This how I feel. I don't want. Luxury said, absolutely. She got the old school New Jack City Pookie Cracker look. She did. I was getting um I was getting cracked when I seen that video. Okay, but lady said you reap what you sow. Okay, y'all. And Empress said, I've been in Detroit and on those streets my whole life. I know a junkie yamp when I seen one. Look, I don't know, but Lexer, you are so funny. But we're gonna get back into the video. This is her dancing. A lot of people was not feeling it. Some people thought it was, well, what's she supposed to be doing? Like Lady said. Some people like, bro, she done ran off with the GoFundMe money and out here twerking. Look, she said, I ain't sad no more.
Okay, I'm gonna make this update real short, but remember when I made that video about the lady who 2 kids froze in the casino parking lot? And then I talked about how her baby daddy had made a GoFundMe. Well, the GoFundMe had been shut down, but apparently people found videos of her out partying with her cousin at the cousin's house on Facebook. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I did see the video. Yeah, I don't know what to think. And that's why I don't be trying to even talk about these type of cases and then be siding with the mama, because now I feel like
this Detroit mother while her kids froze to death the other day. All right.
So pretty much what she is saying is she kind of just like summarizing the story up and letting us know like she think it's some goofiness going on. It's some silliness. It's some shenanigans going on. And I'm sure a lot of people feel like that, honestly. Lady, the baby daddy was sorry. I don't care what nobody say. We can all agree that he was trifling. Like, I think we can all agree he was trifling. And if anybody want to argue, oh, did I drop the link? I meant to drop the link, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link. If anybody wants to come up and join, feel free. It is time for tea, and we got time today. We finna talk about some people. We finna bring some people to the front. Let me play this video, and while this is playing, I'm gonna drop that link.
So everyone got together and got her a GoFundMe, and they gave her up to $50,000. So in this video, this is a video out here, right? I posted it on my page. They got flagged, but I'm waiting on the appeal to go through. But she's dancing and celebrating, and like it just don't seem like she care about her kids. All right. Now, note, this video just came out. Her kids just passed. All right, it ain't even been 3 whole weeks. All right, and I got questions because I'm like, where was these people?
So he felt like she shouldn't even be out here acting like this and carrying on like this because her kids just passed. And so And Angela said she likely has a substance abuse problem that would explain a lot, including all the lies. And a lot of times when you do drugs for an extended period of time, not saying that she's been doing drugs for a long time, it does make your memory funny and you do be lying. And lady said carbon monoxide, not frozen guys. They went peacefully, it seems, our prey. I think she left them in the van while the van was running. There's been a lot of speculation that she left them in the van while her and her mother were in the casino gambling. There has been a lot of speculation that she left them in the van with the van running while she went in there and gambled. And keep in mind that they are not going to tell us everything that they have. So maybe they have evidence of her going into the casino and gambling while the car was on. Maybe they have that footage. I know one thing though. We're going to be right here speculating and sipping our tea while the facts come out. And I'm gonna be like, Emperor Foodiegang, look at this. And lady said, you can help support the channel, Foodiegang Gang Gang, to help keep the stove on and keep us cooking and chatting. Thank you in advance. Very, very true. So I can keep bringing you guys great content. We can continue to have these sit down live streams where we talk and we sip our tea and we talk about people and the hot topics, all that stuff. And so we can continue to cook as well. And Luxury said she know one when she see one. And Empress said the ER doctors at Children's Hospitals of Michigan said they had hypothermia when they arrived. Part of resuscitation is to warm up them, or part of resuscitation is to warm them up before declaring them deleted. I do not know the specifics on how it all worked out, but I will say, isn't it weird that the stories are so different? And plus, she said the van had no gas left. But Emperor, was she lying now? Was she telling the truth? Was she telling the truth? Or maybe the car did have gas. And she just said that. I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? What y'all think? And at least I heard that fan maybe both. And Empress said, oh, the gaming division of Michigan State Police has footage of her in the casino gambling. Okay, y'all, I'm over here reading and talking. Bring up, we got Lady, you gotta say your last name for me. And we got the Drip King. How are you doing, you guys?
I'm doing good.
Hey.
Yeah.
How is everyone doing? And Lady,
I'm
this is the
doing
first
good
time
too.
you've ever been up here.
Yeah. How you doing, everybody?
I'm doing good.
Oh,
Doing
you're a
good.
lady. I didn't know you was a lady. How are you?
No,
I'm
Drip King is a male. And then I was
Oh,
talking to
that
you,
is a man.
lady.
I can't see. I'm looking at the
yeah.
picture. I can't see. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
there
y'all.
we go.
Oh,
Oh,
there we
Okay,
go.
sorry.
now.
Sorry. No, it's all right, lady. Basically, my voice is soft, so that's why you may be four. But actually, trust me,
No,
I'm a
you have
male.
an accent. Where you from?
I'm from the UK.
That's dope. That's dope. How old are you? Here.
23.
Oh, you old enough to be my kid. That's a good age. Have fun and be safe, okay?
Yeah.
My son
Well,
is
I
that
just.
age. So
Oh,
be
that's nice.
safe and do
Nice.
smart decisions. Make them.
Okay, cool. So basically, I'm Muslim now, so I just basically focus on myself and I say 2 years until I get married. So
There
I'm
you
just
go.
basically focusing on the education thing, doing my own thing as a creator, and not much. I just love to support. So I've, lived a, you know, I've
That's
actually
dope.
been living safe.
That's dope. Well, I'm gonna let you go first, and
Okay.
you can
Yeah,
give
what are
your
your thoughts
perspectives.
on this? Yeah, what are your thoughts on this story? You said you want to let Drip go first.
Yeah, go ahead, Drew.
Okay, so
What are your thoughts,
basically, my
Drip?
thoughts on the story is I feel like both sides are responsible, but I feel like she's kind of more responsible at the same time because she was the one with them, no? And the footage of her in the casino and stuff like that, I can see where you're coming from on that. So I feel like both is responsible, but I feel like she's more responsible at the moment. That's how I feel.
Okay, and what do you think, lady? And thank you so much, lady. This is the first. I'm so excited to hear from you, lady. And thank you for always supporting the channel, always moderating. But what do you think about this situation, lady?
Well, I think it's sad because I'm a retired nurse, and just hearing the breakdown of everything. Okay, they froze. Then it switched to hypothermia. And when he asked her why, but if it was hypothermia, she had 5 kids in the car, and only 2 out of 5 plus the 2 adults. Where were you at? How did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Was all the kids in the car at the same time? How come that did happen to them? Just like the case with what's his name? Hackman, Gene Hackman, and wife and dog. That mystery, that's the thing. People be inhaling shit, and I think she left them with the car running, man. I really believe that. Like, how else can they get hypothermia without fuel from the car? The car has to be running some way. I mean, the exhaust. And the dad, I'm gonna say it straight up, and I hope he ever watched this. He's sorry. I don't care who you was laying under, how big or small the girl was. If you can be there, your kids can be there. Make them a pallet in the living room. Or you going to put them in a room and y'all going to the living room. So just in case, depends on where you at. If you're in a bad neighborhood, you don't put your kids in the living room. Because if anybody used to break up into your house, they get you first and not them. You got to be smart. Yeah, but this whole thing, it pisses everybody off. And somebody needs to be held responsible because those kids don't have no justice for, their deletion or I don't know how to put it. Death. They need justice. And they need to, I hope they investigate. I'm glad they gave her a home. But when they gave her that home, that they break it down all the way to the, root. Like, if I give her this home, the pros and cons to it. Will she be smart and save this money for a year? So when a year comes up, she be set for her kids to have a place to stay still. Did she learn from this? If she did get away, did you learn? It's a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I don't think she learned anything because if there was foul play, if she was not telling the truth, how could she have learned from it? Because all she did was come out here and tell some lies, allegedly, and got a house, got a GoFundMe. Yes, she did lose two children, but I do feel like somebody needs to be held responsible for this. Because if your kids just suddenly pass away and it's a very fishy situation, I think there needs to be maybe some child neglect charges on the father and the mother. Like there needs somebody I think should have to answer to this. But
Hmm.
what we can say is things have gotten political, it seems. because now
Mm-hmm.
it could be on the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was kind of thinking I agree with you. That's I was kind of saying both parents is responsible. That's like, both is responsible for neglect, though. That's what I was saying, though. I'm kind of saying the same thing as well. Both is responsible. So, yeah, I kind of agree with you, and both should be arrested for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Both of them should be held responsible in some way. Now, I'm not saying I don't think they should get like life in prison or anything like that, but you just can't have kids and then not care for them, and then that's not okay. But Angela said if she has active addictions, she is not going to be held responsible.
yes. Is that true?
Do y'all agree with that?
I don't
Uh,
think so.
I don't know. I don't think so. Probably. I'm not too sure, though, actually. Maybe.
And Luxury said everybody knew. I mean, it did seem like everybody knew she was homeless and struggling. And then her cousin was in the interview like, oh, she made a mistake. Why wasn't he? Where's all the people that she was partying with?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Where
Why she
were
didn't
they
stay with
at?
you? Exactly.
Where were they at when she was in the car sleeping?
You can vouch for her, but you can't let her stay with you. And then when they found out about the kid, they let the rest of the kids stay with the fam, and she went to a shelter. First of all, why you would let her be separate from her kids if she's such a good mom? She wouldn't want to be separate from her babies after losing two. I know I wouldn't, especially if it was an accident. And I'm crazy over my kids, and I tried the best I could for my babies. Yeah, but you never know why she couldn't stay with the family. Maybe she burnt her bridges. It's a lot of questions. It's a lot of pros and cons to this story. I'm gonna jump down. I just wanted to say my piece and
Okay.
let
Well,
you
thank you
know.
so much, lady, for coming up.
I tried to
Thank you
send you a
so
what's
much.
name. It didn't let me send it though. I'm gonna try again.
Okay. But thank
All
you
right.
so much, lady, for always being here. And I'm glad that you're feeling good. Have a great
Actually,
day.
I'm
We'll
not.
see you
That's
in
why
the
I'm jumping
chat.
down. Actually, I'm not. That's why I'm jumping down. I'm sorry to feel a little pain, but I'm good. I just want to hear you. And shout out to the chat. Footy gang, 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 gang. Help keep the stove hot. Keep this channel growing. A lot of people support a lot of, you know, crazy channels, and this is a positive, good channel. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all come here, let's do what we can to help her. You know what I'm saying? She's a mother, and she cooks and give you guys tips on good meals. She make healthy. She make what y'all like. Everything. She make it all. She'll make a pizza if you ask. You know what I'm saying? So let's support our our girl and our chef Big Bank so she can keep it going. Food do cost a lot, and she's buying her own food. So let's help her, keep the stove hot so she can keep cooking for us and giving us some cool ideas. And I'm gonna jump down. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all week.
Okay, thank you so much, lady. And she is absolutely right. Support this channel, support this channel, whether that's by hitting the like button, joining the panel, watching any of my videos on repeat, subscribing to Ava's Playtime. And Drip, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your channel, and then we're gonna hop
Sure.
back
It
into
was
the
home.
Okay, so basically, my channel's about all things related to UK hip hop. Sometimes it's music related, so it's everything related to UK hip hop. Sometimes Islamic hip hop, sometimes Afro beats. So basically, my channel's about UK hip hop culture. So everything related to UK hip hop, that's me. And basically, I do videos in shorts, and maybe sometimes I might co-host the stream with someone else if I feel like it though. Right now it's mostly videos in shorts though, and right now that's just what it is though. And I recently though hit a milestone yesterday. New
Okay,
milestone yesterday.
what what milestone was it?
I hit for 1.4K.
Oh, congratulations, Drip. Make sure you drop the link and I'll get it pinned. I'll pull it up on screen. Okay, so we're gonna get back into a little bit more of the video on the Michigan mother, and this guy is reacting to all of what we have heard so far.
Okay.
And you was sleeping in your car with your kids, and y'all didn't have no gas, and y'all didn't have a house to sleep or nothing like this is supposed to be her cousin. In the pictures and everything. But this is the one right here. Where were these people? Like, I'm trying to understand. So when you get the little 50,000, instead of you going to handle your business, you go to party. That's what we doing. We partying. Should we stop GoFunding people? Should people just stop giving people a GoFundMe when they say they sad little story? Because I really don't think that she cared about her kids as much as she tried to play the role. Now, a lot of people will speculate, and they were saying when she was in the video wiping her face, she was wiping her face, but no tears weren't coming out. That's just what everybody was saying. Y'all gotta go watch.
I'll say one thing about the internet, it will speculate. And they will like say whatever you do is because of this. It's like there's nothing you can do besides be yourself. So now she's saying she doesn't care. Drip, how do you feel about this situation about her partying after losing her children?
Kind of sad though. Kind of very disappointing. All I can say is very disappointing. Very disappointing.
Yeah, you would think she'd be somewhere like sad. I don't know, like drinking and dancing were the last thing on my mind. But one thing that we have heard during this situation is people stating that people grieve differently, which
Mhm.
is true. People do grieve differently. But if you got to go fund me up and we're giving you money and we see you out here dancing, wait, after we gave you our money, yeah, we're not cool with that. I can't get mad at them for thinking that. So let's play and let's
Mhm.
see what we got.
Watch the video yourself. They said she ain't had no tears coming out her eyes. She just wiping her face. I don't motherfucking know. I'm not. I'm everything saying this video is allegedly, okay? This is allegedly. But when the video clear, y'all gonna be able to see the video on my page. It's on there. It's just they flagged it, okay? But yeah. I'm just trying to understand, why are you partying and they gave you 50K? You supposed to be going to handle your business, man. You supposed to be doing something. You supposed to be grieving. But I know a lot of folks say people grieve different. I understand that. We get that shit. But this don't seem like you kind of upset about your kids passing. You still supposed to be grieved. You still supposed to be kind of sad about that. For real, you ain't lose one person. You lost two of them. Two. So I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to see, y'all. I need somebody else's advice on this because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. She played everybody. I feel like she played everybody. So, like I said, I'm just putting it out there to y'all because this is what I do. I report to y'all. I let y'all know what's going on with the world and what's happening out here. And like I said, I just want to know. Y'all give me a like, give me a share, give me a follow, repost this video, let everybody know she played with the world, I guess. So
Do y'all remember the Detroit homeless?
Okay. So I am going to play this one other video from the news station saying about how they issued an arrest warrant request. They issued a request for a warrant. Drip, how do you feel about this situation? Do you feel like she should be arrested, or they should not approve the warrant?
Mm, I probably say she should be arrested, but I feel like the father should be arrested as well in some way. Like basically the sentencing should be different.
Oh, okay, okay, I see what you're saying.
No, because I'm saying
And
if both is responsible, father of course though is responsible too, you know? I mean to a degree he is responsible, but she's responsible as well. But I'm saying she's the one who's basically with them, so I feel like, you know, how they sentence her should be different.
yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with you. And then Angela, okay, so Emperor said earlier a warrant request in Michigan means the police are done with their investigation. This is what was sent over to the prosecutor's office. They're done with their investigation and they've sent over a warrant request. So I'm gonna keep my ear to the street. We're gonna see. Angela said they make it too easy to get a GoFundMe. If you need funeral costs, the money should go directly to the funeral home. And there are a lot of scams that have happened with GoFundMe just because, like Angela said, it's so easy to get one. So it's a lot of scamming going on, unfortunately. Um, just gonna ask you another question. So I'm gonna ask you, what do you feel like a mother's reaction should be after she loses kids or children?
Probably be sad, I
Be
guess. Yeah,
partying
but
or
not really. I probably feel like, you know, for a period of time she should be sad, but not too sad though. Like basically, of course, your kids are gone. You should be sad though, and basically, you know, kind of feel that way, but also find another way as well. So take time before you get back to the partying thing. Don't feel like, you know, just, you know, nah, man. That's kind of like have a period of time though to show some respect. You know,
oh, I get what you're saying. Like you feel it was a little bit disrespectful.
just a little
I
bit.
I have
I don't
lost
feel.
people in my
I
life,
feel.
and
So
after I
I'll
lost
be
them,
honest with you. Sorry, I'll just say this to be honest. I don't know what to think though, man. That's what I'm trying to say. I understand what I'm saying, but to be honest, I don't really think it because I really don't know, you know, what to think. That's what I feel. You can go ahead.
yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working for you, lady. I'm not sure why the super chat is not working. Can someone send the super chat so we can see if it would start working for everybody? Um, I don't feel like she should be twerking and dancing, or if she is, I don't think making a video about it is a good idea. Because you have to go fund me up, you have the story. And honestly, I would kind of be afraid if two of my kids passed away. I would be afraid that they're watching me, they're gonna arrest me, like, but that's what she was doing. Okay, so the medical examiner came after they conducted the autopsy, they came back with different results than the hospital. They are stating that they do not feel it was hypothermia. They feel like it was carbon monoxide poisoning. Let me get it right. And so now they are wondering if they're going to arrest her or if they're going to hold anybody responsible. We will see. We will see. Okay, so let me play this video. Let's see what they say I got to say.
Tonight, an update on the heartbreaking story of two young siblings found dead in a minivan in a Greetown parking structure.
So the circumstances are tragic. The Wayne County prosecutor will determine if their mother or anyone else contributed to their deaths. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack joins us live with more on today's developments. It's been a very busy day in this case, Jessica.
Yeah, this is really the next step in this investigation since the beginning. Detroit police have been looking into this case, not only to figure out what led to the children's death, but also to see if there was a criminal component to it all. Now, since that time in February, there's been multiple people brought in for questioning, including the children's mother and grandma, but no arrests have been made. Now it will be up to Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy to decide if anybody is criminally
liable is what she was gonna say. So there we have, and shout out to Emperor. He came through with a testing and coming through with the $5. The button is working. I don't know what's going on, lady. Maybe you gotta refresh or reboot your phone or your laptop. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think they're gonna arrest her?
Probably. I'm just gonna say probably because I'm not too sure about it. Don't know too much. I know a little bit because I've heard about it, seen other people talk about it, but I don't know too much. So
Wow, it's hard to say. But shout out to Emperor for the $5. We're gonna play a funny video and then we're gonna get back into the video on YouTube. There is more to the story, but here we go. Here we go.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang.
All right, so shout out to Emperor with the testing. Always coming through to help out. Thank you so much, Emperor. I'm gonna get that banner updated. We're gonna get back into that video because there is more that they gotta discuss. We got a whole three minutes and a half, and we go back a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to see how do I get it to the one view, but okay.
Now it will be up to Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy to decide if anybody is criminally culpable. Since February, Detroit police have been investigating to figure out what led to the death of 2-year-old Amilla Curry and her brother, 9-year-old Darnell Curry. And now their findings are with the Wayne County prosecutor's office. Until last week, the theory was the two kids froze to death, but an autopsy revealed the cause of death is carbon monoxide poisoning. At the time of their death, they were in the care of their mother, 29-year-old Tatiana Williams. The family, homeless, living out of a van, parked at the Greektown Casino parking structure in February when they died.
Everybody who know me know I worship the ground and kids walk on.
The sequence of events that led to the children's death have not.
Okay, so you guys heard it. The story was being told one way in the beginning, and now it has switched up and it has completely changed. The story has completely changed. This changes a lot. But I think one thing we can agree on is that nobody's hands are clean, in my opinion, especially the adults. Yeah, shout out to Lady Navo coming through with a $4.99. Thank you, Lady. The button is working. It is back working. Shout out to Lady and Emperor. Lady said, "Foodie gang, gang, gang. No hot plates today. But wait, we are cooking. We're making dinner today. We're going to have some food. Let's help keep the stove hot so we can make pork chops and SHIT. Laugh a lot, organic meals, maybe some Chinese. You know, I do love Chinese food. But lady, okay, so earlier in the show, I think you missed it. I was telling y'all the reason why we haven't been cooking. I actually pulled a muscle in my shoulder. What's up,
oh,
Drip?
I was gonna say that basically that today's the day. It's day 13 of Ramadan, so So basically, I finished fasting today.
Oh, you finished fasting? Oh, I thought you had to do the whole. I
No,
thought you were gonna.
no. It's the whole month of what I mean though. When I said I finished fasting means today's fast though. Sorry. So
Oh, okay. Hey, El Cheapo, but how have things been going for you, Drip?
they're going good though. Yeah, it's going good. I had pasta.
And lady, you are so funny. And hey, El Cheapo, how's everybody doing? El Cheapo, we is talking about mothers and some of the hot topics. We got our time for tea. What's up, Drip?
Okay, so what I meant to say is, yeah, I did pasta. I finished my fast an hour ago. So basically, from the sunset, I think today's fast finished an hour ago. 6:04. Today finished
Yes.
at 6:04. I had pasta. I had chicken pasta, so that's what I ate today.
Okay, well, thank you for educating us about Ramadan and keeping us updated. Remember what I have for breakfast. Let me play this a money video lady for coming through with the $4.99. And then I'm gonna tell y'all what I ate today, and then we're gonna get back into the content. Hit the like button, support the show. Hold on, y'all. We'll be back after this message. Bling bling blow.
Foodie gang gang gang. Foodie gang gang gang.
Okay. Everybody back in the building. Um, I cannot remember what I ate today. Trying to think. It don't come. Oh, I had cereal. I had cereal today. That's why I can
Okay.
remember it because it was super lame.
What happened to me though is I did wake up early in the morning to eat and do a half up, and then after I prayed, I went to sleep. I think though my body didn't wake me up until like 1 or 2 a.m. in the afternoon or something. I was so tired.
Oh, it's noon here, y'all. I was like, we didn't do a show yesterday. I need to do more editing. I'm caught up in the editing studio, but today I wanted to do a show, so here we go. We're gonna get back into the content. They're
Okay.
talking about the Michigan mother. First they said the kids died from hypothermia. Now they're saying it's carbon monoxide poisoning, and so they have issued a warrant request. The police have issued a warrant request for the mother. They sent it off to the prosecutor. We are speculating and we are sipping our tea about whether she will face charges. So after this, we gonna talk.
Not been revealed or where the children were exposed to carbon monoxide. Both children wearing t-shirts and the toddler in a diaper. The older boy was covered in lice and the 2-year-old with rotted teeth. Our Charlie Langdon talked to the children's mom and grandma back in February.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? The
Yeah.
boy had lice. The girl had rotten teeth.
Wow,
Now, Drip, how do you feel about that?
that's kind of sad though. All I could say is that's very disappointing. Anything I could think right now, that's disappointing.
And so now that we are learning what we know, if they didn't freeze to death, it was carbon monoxide poisoning. The son had lice. The daughter had rotten teeth. Um, was it the daughter emperor that had rotten teeth, or both of them had rotten teeth? I might just have to replay it. We're gonna have to listen to that. But this is now what Drip said earlier about the neglect charge. It needs to be addressed. And Emperor said yes, bottle rot to be exact. Shaking my damn head. What is bottle rot? Amber, hit the link and come up and tell us what bottle rot is. Okay, so when I first heard that he had lice, I was kind of thinking what Emperor is saying. I was like, black people can get lice. I thought you had to like have like smooth, straight hair to get lice. But Emperor said, and it's rare for blacks to get lice due to how kinky our hair is and all the stuff we put in our hair. That's kind of what I thought. And Emperor said, I believe the daughter had bottle rot. What is bottle rot? We might have to look it up online if we got time. This is making me mad though, because I don't know why it's not going into the right view. But oh, there we go. I ain't have it set up right. But lice and rotten teeth, that is crazy. Okay, Emperor said bottle rot is seen in babies where the bottle causes the teeth to rot out due to lack of hygiene. Who do we blame here? Do we blame both parents or do we blame the mother or the father? Me and Drip are pretty much in agreement. They both should get, everybody should get blamed. Everybody should get blamed. But let me go back a little bit.
The older boy was covered in lice and the 2-year-old with rotted teeth. Our Charlie Langdon talked to the children's mom and grandma back in February.
Did the van run out of gas?
I have no idea what happened. I have no idea.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes.
And then when you woke?
Only night I fell asleep. I usually be woke.
Both Tatiana Williams.
Okay, so the woman on this is my left, might be your right. The older looking woman with the braids, and she has a ponytail on top of her head. She is the grandmother. This is the daughter. One thing that I noticed about this situation is how they look very close in age. And the grandmother was homeless as well. And it was 2 of the siblings and the 4 children. Correct me if I'm wrong. So everybody was in the van homeless. Empress said, I blame the mother because the kids were in her custody. The father wasn't awarded custody. I do agree with that statement. I think the reason why I have a little bit of blame for the father is because some of these kids, like, and the kids were homeless, you know. But she said that they had everything they need. Do they have everything they need if they have lice and rotten teeth? Do they have everything they need? But okay, Drip. Thank you so much for coming up, Drip. And when you drop that link, I'll pull it up on stage. But thank you so much, Drip, for coming up. Shout out to Lady for also coming up and being the moderator and also supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much, Emperor, who is going to be our sponsor of the show. And if you want to be the sponsor of the show, send more to $5. But definitely hit the like button. The grandma is not, she doesn't look like she has it all there. She looks like there may be something wrong. I don't know. Let's get back into the story, though.
Williams and her mom, Yvette Goodman, have been questioned by Detroit police. No arrests were made. Now, the Wayne County prosecutor will decide if anyone should be charged in the case. Mayor Mike Duggan vowing wraparound services for Williams after learning she did not receive help when calling the city's homeless hotline. She also received a free home on the city's west side from the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries.
This cannot ever happen again.
Detroit Police Chief Todd Bedison not going on camera today, stressing in a statement put out on social media and to the media that this next step is standard protocol when it comes to their criminal investigations, and any charging decision will fall on the prosecutor's office. Reporting downtown Detroit, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Jessica, you broke this story with the help of your sources. The next question that's really been popping up online is, what kind of charges are we looking at here? Do you have any indication at this time?
It's a really good question, and there's been a lot of sensitivity around a case like this just because of how widespread it has been picked up really around the country. Now, as far as charges, I think it's important to keep in mind that because carbon monoxide was determined to be the cause of death, that does mean that the children's death is ruled accidental, at least by the medical examiner. So that changes a little bit how the prosecutor will examine this in terms of charges. I have a feeling it's going to be weeks, if not months, before a decision is made.
Jessica Dupnack, we do appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, and then this is going to be tonight. We're making turkey spaghetti for 10 people. We are getting back in the kitchen tonight. Okay. I told you guys the reason why we haven't been in the kitchen earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. Y'all, my shoulder, I pulled a muscle on my shoulder, so we haven't been in the kitchen. But today we are gonna get back into the kitchen. We are cooking spaghetti. I am also gonna be cooking this weekend. And we're gonna be doing the time for tea during the week, and then cooking as much as possible. And on the weekend, we have the Saturday Foodiegang breakfast. We have the Foodiegang food panel, and we have Sunday dinner. So we got a lot going on, y'all. We got a lot going on. And I also make children's content. Subscribe to Ava's Playtime. All right. Drip King said, thanks for having me up. Thank you so much, Drip. And lady said, I think you trying to retire and slowly do the new, sis. No, I'm not. We are never gonna leave the kitchen. We're always gonna cook. Cooking is our trade. This is 907 goodies. We gonna cook on 907 goodies. But we also gonna talk about these hot topics and we gonna sip our tea. But I like to make different content a little bit for everybody. And, we got the hot topics. So, and shout out to Dr. Quantum in the building, But, lady, that's why we haven't been cooking. Your girl hurt herself. I was eating out a lot. My sisters were getting food for me. I wasn't feeling good, but we're back to cooking. We're back to cooking. But we are never gonna leave the kitchen. We're always gonna be in the kitchen. Shout out to the sponsor of the show today. Okay, so we're talking about the Michigan mother and her kids allegedly froze to death in the car. After that, there was a GoFundMe created. She was gifted a house, and then the hospital said it was hypothermia, but the medical examiner just came out the other day and said it was carbon monoxide poisoning. So we are wondering and we are debating what is going to happen next. She does have a house where the mortgage is free for the first year. After that, everything is going to be on her as far as like the bills and all the utilities and stuff if they have any. So the medical examiner came out and said it was poisoning, and so a warrant arrest has been issued in Michigan. Now it's going to go to the prosecutor. They're going to decide what charges, if any, they can bring up. And so we are waiting. Our ear will be to the streets, and we're gonna be here to report on it. Next one I'm gonna show you guys has a very interesting perspective, and that's the reason why I want to play this video for you guys because she has a different perspective. And on 907 Goodies, we listen to all perspectives. We like to hear what everyone has to say. And we are okay with that. Everyone having their own perspective. So let's get into the video. Move some things around.
Who reached out to city officials multiple times begging for help just for her children to die weeks later because of the city's inaction. Well, now city officials are.
Okay, let me go back a little bit because she came in there hot.
No.
She came in hot.
Y'all give me a like, give me a share, give me a follow, repost this video, let everybody know she played with the world, I guess so.
Do y'all remember the Detroit homeless mother who reached out to city officials multiple times begging for help just for her children to die weeks later because of the city's inaction? Well, now city officials are pursuing charges against her. Tatiana Williams lost 2 of her 5 children in a devastating incident last month. Williams and her family had been living in their van in the parking structure after falling on hard times. On the morning of February 10th, Williams made a horrifying discovery. One of her children was unresponsive. As she rushed to get help, she received another call informing her that a second child had also stopped breathing. Initially, it was believed that the children had froze to death due to the van running out of gas and losing heat overnight. However, medical examiners later confirmed that the cause of death was carbon monoxide toxicity, showing just how dangerous the conditions the family faced while trying to survive homelessness were. Now, Williams, who had repeatedly reached out to city officials and the children's father for help, was left without adequate support. And now, instead of focusing on systemic failures, Detroit police have submitted a.
So it sounds like she thinks that it is the city's fault and not the girl's fault. And I'm not saying that the city did or didn't have any responsibility, but how can it be 100% the city's fault if the mother is not doing what she is supposed to do? If the father is not doing what they're supposed to do. But she feels like it's the city's part, it's the city's fault, and it's not the woman's fault. So let's get back
Warrant
into it.
request to charge Williams, shifting blame onto a mother who was already struggling to keep her family alive. How can they not see that criminalizing this mother ignores the larger issue of homelessness and the lack of affordable housing and social services in Detroit? As the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office reviews the warrant request, we must demand compassion and accountability from city officials instead of punishing.
So she feels like they are punishing the mother and city officials are not taking responsibility for the homeless crisis that is going on in that state and across the country. And I do agree with her to a certain extent. Now, if the mother was on substances and she was not being responsible with the money that she did have, is that the city's fault?
A grieving mother, address the root causes of homelessness, and ensure no mother has to bury her children again due to homelessness.
It's time for tea. But one of the things that we also have to address when we address the homeless population, not saying that everyone that is homeless is on drugs. I do not think that whatsoever. There are some great people that have just experienced unfortunate circumstances. But one thing we do need to address, in my opinion, when we talk about the homeless population, is the drugs. It is the drugs. It's one of the things that, in my opinion, that we have to address. But that is all of the updates I have for you guys on the warrant request that was issued for the Michigan mother whose kids allegedly passed away in the car due to hypothermia. The hospital confirmed it. The medical examiner, however, said that it was actually carbon monoxide poisoning and it had nothing to do with hypothermia. Now we have 2 conflicting reports. After the initial report, she was gifted a house with a free mortgage for a year. And she was gifted, I believe, $50K through a GoFundMe. We then saw her out dancing, partying. People are angry about that. They express their concerns. But now, with that conflicting report, a warrant request has been issued from the police to the prosecutors. So we are going to see what they are gonna do. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Do not worry. Okay, we spent 2 hours on that one story. I did not expect us to be here for 2 hours on that one story. We're gonna go into talking about the track star that was hit in the head, but we are gonna go to a quick commercial break. I'm gonna refill my cup, and we are gonna get back into tea time. Y'all hit the like button. Shout out to Emperor for coming through with a $5. Lady for coming through with a $4.99. Support the channel so we can continue to have our time for tea, continue to cook, continue to grow, and continue to make great content. I will see you guys after these messages. So grab y'all tea and come right on back. We ain't done. We ain't done. So here we go. Here we go.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, y'all. I'm back. We good. See what the chat is saying. Let's get our banner here. I'll make sure I hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. The lady said we need music. Okay. I'll hit you with some music. I'll make one. Oh, and lady, I am working on that intro video as well. You guys, I need to edit more, and I'm really behind on my editing. Okay, time for tea. We're gonna get into the track star that was hit in the head. The wrong button. Oh, okay, there we go. That was hit in the head, and we're gonna break down that whole story, and that's all good. In that
At a Virginia High
situation,
School League indoor track meet that left one athlete allegedly injured after she claimed she was struck by a baton held by IC Norcom High School senior Alayla Everett. Everett spoke exclusively to 10 on Your Side's Markeisha Jackson, who brings us much more.
The young athlete in question says there's more to that video than meets the eye.
Everybody has feelings, so you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this video from the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
Okay, after a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped
what? Okay, so in this incident, you can see her strike the other opponent with the baton. She is saying that her baton got caught on the other girl's back because the girl was running so close to her. She then says that her baton rolled up the girl's back and actually she accidentally hit her in the head. I don't know, y'all. They're gonna play the video again. Let's get into it.
my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10 video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
This is the mom. The mom is saying she watched the video hundreds of times and she can tell that her daughter was not intentionally trying to hit that girl. So the parent immediately jumped to the child's defense, which is what parents should do. However, if your kid is wrong, you owe it to that kid to be honest. And in this situation, they needed to be honest with their daughter about what was going on because the girl was foul.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
And now we have to go to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
They're assuming my character.
Oh, okay. So the other girl, it sounds like she pressed charges. And now the parents are afraid for going to the other city because they know everyone does not like them. Because you have not taken accountability for the situation. Instead of you taking accountability and you just saying, hey, I hit her, I had a fit of rage, I'm sorry. No, in fact, you double down and are continuing the lies You're continuing to not be truthful. And now you're not even going to apologize after this situation. And the parents, in my opinion, in this situation should have said, hey, baby, you know you was wrong. We saw what you did. And then the track star who hit the other girl was saying that we needed to see another angle of the footage because what we saw and how we're judging her is not fair because she did not hit the other girl. It was an accident. Not only did she do it once, not she didn't do it once, twice. She did it 3 times. 3 times, Foodie Gang.
Her calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
VHSL says they are still reviewing the situation, and Portsmouth Public Schools says they will support whatever ruling comes from the league. Markeisha Jackson, 10 on your side.
My intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're going off of one.
Y'all saw the video? That girl was finna win second place, and she said, "Nah, not so fast." Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then the girl fell, and she was like looking like she was gonna stop and help her up, but she kept on running. Now, I don't watch a lot of track and field, but I have seen the Olympics. And honestly, during the Olympics, it all looks crowded like this in certain situations. But even if that girl did cross over into her lane, did she react the right way? Or did she do the most? Did she react in the right way or did she do the most? I think she did the most. I think she did the most, in my opinion.
Angle. After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. Everybody has feelings, so you're physically hurt, but
And you know, her hitting that girl in the back of the head like that, she better be lucky she's not facing more serious charges. You can't just hit somebody in the head and that's it. No, you could really hurt something. You could really damage something. And those batons look pretty heavy. She could have, and this is high school. This was high school, y'all.
you're not thinking of my mental. It was the state meet. It happened on Tuesday. The state meet was on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, so the first 2 videos I'll show you guys had clips of the interview. This is a longer segment. And lady said it was an accident. And she said accident to me. This is why we have this tea time so that we can break it down and we can share with each other how each one of us is feeling. Everyone's feelings are justified. Everyone deserves a seat at the table. And lady said, "Have you ever held one and ran with it, a baton?" No, I have not. Lady, have you? Did you used to do track and field? You know, tell us how you feel about it. Especially for someone that used to do this. And the video says the girl that struck a competitor with the baton during a track meet is interviewed, claims it was an accident. Also, smoke detector chirped every 30 seconds. You know, we see this a lot. We see people giving out interviews, raw footage, and we'll hear the chirping in the background from the smoke detector. That's what you're going to hear in this one. Emperor said, "I've ran with the baton before." Emperor, do you feel like this was an accident or do you feel like it was on purpose? What do you think? And what do y'all think, Foodie Gang? Let me know in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching this video on the replay. Here we go. Let's get into it.
I received the baton. I second leg merges, so when I was merging, I was like, okay, I'm doing good. I only see one person. Eventually, like, after a couple times hitting her my baton, I kept my baton up so I wouldn't hit her again because she was still really close to me. I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's gonna believe me. I'm sorry. So just people, I know what I did. Nobody's gonna make me think that I did something that I didn't do. You know. So when I seen her on the news, I was like, oh, I wouldn't hit nobody on purpose. So I don't care about her feelings. You know. Oh, excuse me.
Talk to me.
I don't really pay attention to.
But just look at her demeanor and her behavior, laughing and crying. I don't know, y'all. It just looked real put together in a sense. Empress said the way she raised her hand and arm up, then follow through with it. Accident my ass. Y'all, I don't it looked like she did it on purpose to me. Lady in the boat saying accident, Empress saying not an accident. Let me know what y'all think. Empress says she's crying because she got caught. She is crying and giggling. Do y'all think her behavior is weird? This goes along with the mother from Michigan, how she was twerking and dancing after she lost her kids. Um, just very different behavior than what I would have. But do y'all think anything is fishy with her crying and laughing and smirking?
I can feel. I just run and go to
Tell me
practice.
about the girls you run with, first of all. What do you like about the girls you're running with?
They're wonderful. They're very uplifting. Anytime something happens in the relay, they tell me keep my head up, keep going. We have more stuff to work on, so they're very supportive.
The start of the race, how did you feel like your team was doing? Were you you think you were in position to get the win?
Yes, it usually goes out like that. Like when we go over first leg, we're usually like first or second, and then I try to like get the lead back up, so we're at least like still keeping the first and second lane.
Gotcha, that's good. And so I've seen the video. From what I can see, you're coming through 3, coming around to 4, and you're really starting to kick it up a notch there and pick up some spots. How are you?
Okay, that's my teapot in the back, but we are going to hear from the victim and her mother. This was the girl that was hit. Lady said 50-50, and Empress said time to file charges and file lawsuit, get paid. If this young woman was worried about losing the race and then went, um, and this is high school. If she's worried about losing the race and she did all that in high school, what do you guys think she would have done in college? Like, I'm scared to what she would have done in college. In my opinion, not only should she be held liable, sued, have to pay up, she should also be banned from this sport. Because what if that was your daughter who was hit like that? You would be outraged. You would be ready to beat up the other side. So let's play this video, skip into it some more.
Feeling at that point?
I just know how to do what I have to do. I have to pass them and just get my team back in first place.
Now I know this is going to be tough, but if in your words, can you kind of describe what happened as you were coming through 4 there when the incident happened?
So on the back curve, I had kind of got cut off, and I tried to pass it the first time. So I let her go ahead. So I knew like when I got fully on the curve that I was just gonna have to push through and pass her. So as we were coming up in the middle of the curve, we were bumping arms a lot. So I got a little bit more on the outside of the curve to go around her. When I finally pushed through to get in front of her, that's when she hit me in the head with the baton.
And the bumping of arms, that's pretty common for a race when you're racing alongside her,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she hits you and you go down. I mean, first of all, just what's your immediate reaction? What can you remember?
I was so in disbelief. I didn't even know. Like I didn't know what happened. I just know I got hit in the head and I just fell off the track.
I know it's tough, and I'm sorry. First of all, I hope you're okay. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, this man was definitely justified to give his condolences to her because what did happen to her is not normal. And Angela said, I think it was no accident. So if you hit someone by accident, you keep running, that is a really good point, Angela. If it was an accident, why did she keep running? Why didn't she stop and render help? Why didn't she stop and offer to help the girl? She still kept running, and I wonder how that race ended up. I wonder who got second, who got first, or what happened right after that event. Hopefully, she was disqualified. And Ember said exactly, Angela. That was intentional. Yeah. I feel like she knocked her in the head. She said, blow, 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 real quick, because she wanted to win. But this is my thing. If you win and you had to knock somebody out on the way up, you don't really deserve to win unless this is boxing. But this is track and field, and you're knocking people in the head. You shouldn't even want to win like that. But y'all, she may got that spirit in her. And then this is all allegedly, all my opinion. Shout out to the sponsor of the show, Emperor with the $5. Y'all support the show, support the show. But she smiled. She said, Mommy, we finna get paid. They in the back doing the money dance. Empress said she knew she would get disqualified for that. So that's one of the reasons why she stopped running too, plus to gloat. Man, that girl. And lady, it said Emperor, no benefit of a doubt. Lady, we may be able to give her a benefit of the doubt, but because we have a video here that's showing you blah blah beating that girl in the back of the head like that, we can't give you no benefit of the doubt. And Empress says 0. That's the cop in me. Yeah, I think she did it on purpose. And not only did she do this on purpose, but they're standing on business and they're not apologizing. They're not sorry. She's not remorseful. She said, it's our fault. We saw it wrong. Let's get back into what the victim has to say about the whole situation.
Mom, I know I've seen your video, amongst others. Coach McKinley gave that to me. What are you thinking? First of all, as she's coming through the turn, how is she looking to you as someone who's probably seen her run a lot?
Oh yes, but like she stated, she is a second leg, and we're used to watching her just pick up where there's any slack. So as she was coming through the curb, I was like, I told my husband, I said, she's doing what she do. She's it's gonna be all right. They're gonna get back where they need to be. And as she's coming around the curve, as she comes out the curve, and you can see them kind of bumping each other, but like that's it's competition, so we expected that. But as she pulled away, just to see the strike, it just, even in our whole section, like the whole section just gasped. We had family come from out of town. Her godparents were here from Myrtle Beach and things, and everybody just gasped because they couldn't believe it. And then when I just saw her go down, all I could do was just run out of the bleachers. I just knew I had to get to her.
So you came out of the bleachers?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
What was it like when you got on the track when you were talking to her?
Oh, when I got on the track, the medic had already been there and asked her if she could stand and kind of like walking off to see if she was going to be dizzy or anything. She never completely passed out, just kind of fell off the track. And then, of course, like she said, she was in disbelief. So she was kind of hysterical because she just couldn't believe that's what had happened. So
you come off the track, first of all, so you're getting evaluated by the medical staff. And did anybody from the opposition apologize, make any sort of checks on you, anything like that?
No, not at the time. No one that came on checked on me or anything.
Okay. So has anybody offered any?
See, that is so loud. And mind you, this is peppermint tea that we about to have for tea time, or time for tea, having peppermint tea. But mind you, oh, it matches my nails, y'all see. But keep in mind, this is high school. This is only high school.
Explanation or anything from a VHSL standpoint? I'm just curious what has been said to you, if anything.
I actually, yesterday when we came home, I reached out to BSL. I knew it was after hours, but I left a message and I sent an email, telling them what had happened. We did get a call back this morning from BHSL, saying that they had received the message and they were investigating and they were, working with the schools. We don't know all of the actions that's going to be taken, at this time, but I think my whole thing was, no apology. Like no coaches, no athlete, no anything, even if it was an accident, which
Now I am shocked that the coaches didn't even apologize. Like we all saw what happened on camera. And not even the coaches, not even the athletes. This girl, in my opinion, does not seem to be like a nice person. And this is all my opinion. And she seemed like she's really a nasty woman. And she got that spirit in her. To hit somebody on the back of the head because they're winning the race, she should be banned from the whole sport, in my opinion, and should not be able to run track and field anymore. She does need to face consequences for her actions, in my opinion. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen after that lawsuit. Don't worry, y'all. Time for T will be right here to investigate what's going on with that lawsuit.
I don't believe it was an accident, but nothing. And it's been more than 24 hours now. So I guess that was the major thing. My child was hurt and nobody came to check on her.
That's something. From your standpoint, tell me how you're feeling now. Obviously today you get checked out. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. I still have a little headache, but I don't like the fact that it's taking me away from track.
Yeah, I mean, that basically ended your season. Right?
Yeah.
That was your last event. I'm sorry. You said the VHSL is investigating because they haven't responded to my 3 phone calls.
Yes, they are investigating. I guess they're just getting everything together. So
Gotcha.
We're just waiting to see what the disciplinary action will be.
Gotcha. You don't have to answer this next question. I'm just going to ask it because it came up in the newsroom. Someone said, that could have been a criminal charge for assault. Is anything like that?
It needs to be. It needs to be. When can you go out in the real world where you strike somebody in the head 3 times and don't get the charge? It needs to be a charge.
Crossed your mind as of yet?
It's always on your mind.
Right. And especially when there was, no apology. So I guess that was like the major thing for me. Just check on my child. Of course, everybody gives their opinion about what they think you should do, but that's also somebody else's child. And I want to take that into account as well. Yes, she definitely struck my daughter more than once, but she is somebody else's child as well.
As much as either of you are willing to tell me, what's the latest from the doctors on your condition? You said you.
I know she better than me because if they would have hit Ava like that, I would have been mad. I'd have been like, let's press all the charges that we can. I would have been mad. Y'all met my sisters. My sisters would have been hot. Honestly, my sisters probably would have beat them people up at the track. We not playing about Ava over here. You heard. We not playing about Ava. Y'all make sure y'all go check out her YouTube channel, Ava's Playtime. But I know this woman is better than me. Cause if they would have hit my kid like this, yeah. My people would have beat her up at the track. They would give her a quick little whoop whoop whoop. we not waiting on nobody. We getting our own justice. You hit mom, I hit yours. But that's why this ain't me. She is a very respectable woman, and I'm glad her daughter is okay. This was a wild situation caught on camera.
Got examined today.
Yes, we took Caitlin to the doctor today. She does have a slight concussion, and still with the headaches. They did say she would have to be cleared 24 hours without a headache before they could clear her away from concussion. So no track right now. Also, they examined her where she was struck. It is swollen, and there is a possible fracture, skull fracture. Not sure yet. We'll have to wait till the swelling go down and possibly go back and do
What? A skull fracture? See? Yeah, that girl needs to be getting charged for something, in my opinion.
some imaging just to see exactly what that's going to be.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I understood. I didn't say anything 6 o'clock. I heard possible. I'm like, I'm not saying that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about how you're feeling right now. So you have to take some time off. It kind of ended your track season. Just how do you feel 24 hours later about everything that happened?
I still can't believe it. I'm still in shock. Like, everyone's texting me, checking up on me, and I appreciate that. But, like, I'm still trying to take it all in. I can't believe it happened.
I know things happen, but clearly this crossed the line. If you had a chance to say something to this person, what would you say to them today?
So this interview is right after the situation occurred. And yeah, that girl is wrong, man. I don't care what nobody say. I think that she is wrong. Yeah, she need to get in some real trouble. She need to face some consequences for her actions, and that's what it is.
Why did you do it, and why haven't you apologized yet?
Let me tell you something. That was not no accident. That was on purpose. Like, everybody should know track and field. If you know track and field, that was on purpose. That was not no accident. And coming from someone who runs distance, I don't even run relay like that. I don't even run relay races for real. Do you know how much energy you gotta use to even reach out that far just to hit somebody in the back of the head? And on top of that too, I don't know what her intention was, but I guess she's a sort of loser. She don't like losing. But then again too,
We know what her intention was. Her intention was to win by any means necessary, even if that means she got to take you out. She was gonna win by any means necessary. Now, what would you do if that was your kid that was being struck in the back of the head?
you're not even the last leg. It's not a championship. It's just a track meet. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not sure what track meet it was, but to my eyes, it's just a race. It's just a relay race. We know some people say that sport can get physical, but that has nothing to do with that. That was straight bullying. That was just pure animosity. That was very abusive. Because if I got struck in the head like that, I'm filing a lawsuit on not on you, I'm suing your mama, your daddy, whoever, the whole track team, your coach, your school too. Because you gotta think about it like this. The girl who got struck in the back of the head, she suffered a concussion and possibly a skull fracture. She might be out for a season. She might be out for the season. She might be out temporary. We don't know. But the fact this actually made it to the news, and the girl who struck the girl crying, you crying, and then you lying, saying it was an accident, I didn't mean to do that. Everybody who runs track and field, we know that was not no accident. Like, literally, I know what an accident, I can see if you're running next to each other side by side, and then, the baton falls off. But this girl literally reaches. If you see the video, she's literally reaching. Like you from the head of the baton. The only time you need to be reaching that far is when you about to pass the baton, or you cross that finish line as the last leg, and you celebrating. Yeah! But that right there was not an accident. This gotta stop. Press charges on her, please. Please press charges on the girl. And she does not need to be running track no more. I know the sport can get very emotional. As a mental.
And Angela is absolutely right. This could have easily been a homicide. And one of the things I want to say before we go on any further is that she struck her 3 times, I believe, but she was not going to stop. She was not going to stop. She was going to keep going until that girl fell. She was not going to stop. She was going to keep going. And honestly, she only stopped because the girl fell. When you send your kids to play sports, you don't expect anything like this to happen. This reminds me, do you guys remember the ice skating incident? And I was in another live chat, or No Captivity with Free was going over the story. And I said, this reminds me of the girl that was ice skating. And I think she went in there with a baseball bat and hit the girl's knees. Tanya Hardy. This story reminds me of that situation because it was a case of another athlete getting so upset that they resort to violence in a sense, and that's what is happening here. And it's just a game. If you feel like you're not winning, then you may need to practice some more. Or, but don't resort to violence and hurting other people, because all you're really doing is you're hurting that sport. Because now you're making it look like people who play track and field have terrible sportsmanship. They have bad sportsmanship. You're making your family, your people look bad. You're making yourself look bad. And she's in high school. She probably wanted to go to college and do track and field. How do you think this video is going to look for college scouts? How do you think this is going to look? This is a really, really bad story that is going to follow her through her career, if any of it is left, for track and field.
A challenge, but that right there, that was not no accident. And that was my little sister who got struck in the back of the head. I would have walked down them steps, got on the ground, and I would have knocked her out. I would have knocked that girl who struck her. Coach didn't apologize.
Senior Alayla Everett has been charged with the misdemeanor of assault and battery.
Okay, so I do agree with him on that part. If that was my sister, I'll be mad. And lady said, gotta go, Foodiegang, gang, gang. Phone about to delete it, so I'll keep it streaming on the charger. Support the channel, fam. Please, fam. Share, subscribe, sponsor. Thank you so much, lady, for coming up on the panel, being a great moderator, and also supporting the channel. Shout out to Emperor with the $5. The testing. He's also the sponsor of the show. But shout out to Lady for always supporting the channel. And so her scholarship winning days are probably over, as they should be. There are many people who deserve scholarships and who need help with college. She does not deserve anything. And lady said, thank you so much to Emperor. Yes, thank you guys so much for supporting the content and always supporting the channel. Okay, so this is an update in the case. I'm going to slide it back a little bit, but they are going to press charges on this young woman, as they should. As they should. She could have really have hurt her. Let me go back a little bit. Here we go.
Knocked her out. I would have knocked that girl who struck her. Coach didn't apologize.
Senior Alayla Everett has been charged with the misdemeanor of assault and battery out of Lynchburg. Now, I spoke with Everett's father, who told me his family is going to fight this to help clear their daughter's name. The Lynchburg Commonwealth's attorney confirmed on Wednesday that Everett was charged for her role in the incident in Lynchburg, where she is seen hitting another runner, Kaylin Tucker, in the head with a baton. Earlier this week, I spoke with Everett and her dad.
She said what is seen in the video was an accident. Everett says she lost her balance because the runner did not provide herself enough distance to cut into the inside lane of the track during the race. Everett says the hit was not intentional.
And not only is she not taking accountability, she is blaming the other person. I'm going to take my tea bag out here because sometimes with certain teas, I don't like my tea bags to steep for too long. Not only is she not taking accountability, but she is blaming the other runner for running too close for her. So she lost her balance. So she had to hit her in the head 3 times. Do you guys see how crazy this sounds? When you make a mistake, it's easier just to take ownership. Like all of this hula hooping, mental gymnastics she's trying to play, the way she keeps trying to spin this story, it's just getting worse for your girl. It really is. It really is getting worse for her. It really is getting worse for her. And shout out to Lady. Have a great day. I hope you feel better. And we are going to be back in the kitchen cooking. We're making spaghetti tonight. But she just needs to take accountability. And it's like, when you know, have you ever heard that saying, when you tell one lie, you got to keep lying? That's what's going on here.
But she's received backlash online, including death threats. We spoke to Lynchburg Commonwealth's attorney Bethany Harrison, who explained the outcome for Everett if she's found guilty in juvenile court.
The court has many what we call dispositional options available to it, many things the court can order to help in that goal of rehabilitation. It could be community service, it could be time in detention, and a lot of things in between, like counseling, services of that nature.
And so this is our time for tea. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We talked about the Michigan mother. We talked about the track star hitting the head. We have been covering this story for a couple of days now with G Money Little Ronnie and his daughter. There has been a lot of twists and turns. They were gunned down at a car wash in Texas. And the story has garnered national attention. And we have been reporting on it. One of the videos that we played was of the baby mother speaking. And when we played it, you know, we didn't really get into it too much. We kind of kept going on with the story for that day. But as of recently, there's been a lot of backlash from the internet over what was said by the mother. So today we are going to talk about what she said and we are going to break it down. So I dropped a couple of links. Okay, so for dinner today we are making spaghetti. So, and Anna said it looks like she assaulted the girl with that baton. It really does. And if she is found guilty, I don't think anybody is going to be surprised because she definitely did it. Okay, so we're making turkey spaghetti for dinner later on tonight. Okay, time for tea. We've been covering the G Money Little Ronnie story with his daughter, how they were gunned down at a car wash. We've been covering it. The killers were arrested. The girlfriend was arrested as well. She spoke out. The baby mom has been doing a lot of lives on Facebook. And one of the things that she said has garnered a lot of attention and people are outraged about it. So I put that video together. We're going to get into it. Let's go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I grieve a little different, y'all. Y'all took my baby, but I'm not motherfucking tripping on that shit, bitch. Bitch, he give them and he take them. Bitch, we all gotta die around this bitch. I ain't fucked up about it. I fucked up about how she left around this bitch, but I ain't fucked up about it. Fuck you talking about, bitch. Cause y'all know, y'all wasn't fucking with my baby around this bitch. And she going out this bitch and style Gucci everything. Fuck you talking about.
Okay. A lot of cuss words there. So she pretty much saying she is not mad about how her daughter passed. She just mad about the way that she went out. And no matter what, she's going out in style. She's going out in Gucci. I did play this video for you guys before, but I'm playing it again because this particular video has gotten a lot of outrage about what she is saying. And like in the Michigan story with the mother, these are grieving mothers, and the way that they have reacted, a lot of people are not used to it and feel some type of way about it. They feel like, and in this video, in the full footage, you can see that there's liquor, drug paraphernalia all over the table, house full of people, kids running around the back. It was a lot going on.
Bitch. And her baby daddy gonna be proud of everything, nigga. Shout out to Petey, fuck you talking about. The three stooges. Nigga, James.
Okay, so baby dad getting Prada, little girl getting Gucci. We not haven't talked about it a lot on this channel, but a lot of people have talked about us being so into designer labels, us being so into money, and not what is about what is important is what some people are saying and what we have been talking about in the Black community.
James Carroll, nigga, the tax man.
I don't know. I honestly feel like when you're grieving, when something tragic happens, you need a little time off the internet. I get that people don't think that you need a break from the internet, but that's not true. Because sometimes when you're not in your right space, when you're not in your right thoughts, you could say things and they could come off as completely just not normal. I was listening to Lil Ronnie baby mama on live, and the stuff she was just saying, like, oh, she going out of Gucci, like, what? Oh, she gonna be straight. Oh, it's cool. I'm cool. Like, whoever was around her should have took the live and ended it. They should have got off the live.
I do agree with that. Her friends should have held her accountable, but they was up in there doing it with her. And instead of her being buried in Gucci and going out in style, why doesn't she live in style? It's because some people feel like their actions, and they feel like after hearing the baby mama talk that the little girl did not really have a good chance. Both of her parents seem to be very into the streets and very into things that necessarily don't matter. As far as Gucci and Prada, not that important. But I do feel like when you are drunk, you shouldn't even be on live. You're gonna say things that are wild. And I know that I'd be prepping sometimes and I'll be drinking. But when I show up to the live streams, I then start drinking. It's different when you drinking before the live stream, you drinking during the live stream. You're gonna be super, super drunk. And during this emotional time, this is not a time where she needs to be going live all the time. Sometimes you just need to sit and process things.
Because she's not in her right stage of mind, and I feel like what she was trying to say is with God she'll be okay, but it was just coming off as just like very ghetto. Like,
I do agree with that. The way she said it did not, it was given like you don't care. And that's a thing that people have a problem with. And all over TikTok, all over YouTube, people have a problem with it. And Andrew said it comes off as heartless, like they did not love their children. Yes, it definitely was given heartless. You talking about being buried in Gucci and Prada? Who cares? Who cares? And I'm a person who I'm very simple. I do not spend lavish amount of money on clothes and thousands of dollars on clothes because it's not about the clothes, in my opinion. It's about who you are as a person. And I'm pretty sure that little 5-year-old does not care about some Gucci clothes like that. The mom cared about the clothes. The mom cared about the money.
it's like I don't even know the right words to put it in, but it's just like I feel like she don't need to be on the internet right now. Like, it was just so like off the wall to me. Like, What do you mean?
And I just want to say, I don't know what that thing is on her neck. I don't know if that's a tattoo. I don't know. We cannot speak to it, but I do like what she was saying, and I do agree with some of the things that she stated. But that thing on her neck is, I don't know, very, very strange.
Like, I know what she was trying to say when she was saying God give you these kids and he take them back. But everything else, like, girl, you just lost your 5-year-old. Get off the internet and take some time to yourself.
As you can see, I'm messy. But did y'all see the little girl that ended up dying with her dad at that car wash? Did y'all see her mother on live talking about she's not like she's sad, but she's not like messed up about it, and they're gonna be Gucci and Prada out? But didn't y'all have a GoFundMe? Like, I know people grieve different, but your 5-year-old daughter is not here. Like, I think that is really weird. I don't like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it everything that is, you don't need to explain yourself, first of all, to the internet. You don't have to explain yourself to us. But once you explain yourself, then we now get the right to pick through your statement and really give our opinions once you bring it out here to the internet. But you just lost your 5-year-old daughter. What she said was totally inappropriate as a mother, and it made her look bad. Now, I did do some research on her Facebook. She has some really sweet posts about G Money, Lil Ronnie, and her daughter. She seemed like she was a good woman. Now there were some photos on her Facebook that was a little questionable, but and she could have just made that statement, why she's drinking or why she's going through a lot. But the problem with the internet is things live forever.
Like, that's very insensitive for your daughter who got murdered.
Yeah, blog this hoe. Yeah. Muy bad, yeah.
Okay, so y'all heard what the woman said. This is another video that's recent. I think this was after their balloon release. This is a baby mother.
Yeah, security on deck.
So the mother now has a stack of money on her shoulder, which is not crazy if that's what she wants to do. A lot of people are speculating that this is the insurance money or the GoFundMe money. And we're not saying that she can't do this or we're not, but your baby and your baby's father were just murdered in broad daylight, and you out here with a stack of money talking about being buried in Prada and Gucci. And like I said, she does not look like an evil woman from her Facebook page and all that stuff, but it's just a bad look. It's just a bad look.
Yeah, blog this hoe. Muy bad, yeah. Y'all, some mamas just ain't shit. Did y'all see Lil Ronnie?
Look, y'all heard there. Some mamas just ain't believe, but it's just a bad look, and it's starting to look like all she really care about is money.
The rapper that got murdered with the 5-year-old. Did you hear that child mother talking about something? Oh, I'm good. My daughter, she's gonna be, Gucci down at her funeral, and my baby dad ought to be proud of me. Then called out her tax preparer name and talking about, oh, we all gotta die some kind of way. Y'all, I know we grieve, different, but I, as a mother, I don't think I can say that, be bucking around, jumping around, talking about something. My son.
Yes, Angela, I agree. Angela said she is casting a lot of suspicion on herself. Yes. You be trying to feel bad for people, but then they do certain stuff where you be looking at them like, what are you doing? We are out here feeling bad for you. People gotta go fund me up. They feeling, they feeling how you come out here saying buried in Gucci, buried in Prada. You got a stack of money. You got all this money. I I think you'll be in a corner crying somewhere. Do we feel like what she's doing is wrong, or do we feel like it's like Angela said, it's making us look at you suspicious, even given the fact that their daughter was dropped off 5 minutes before the crime? It's giving suspicion. It's giving you did it. But like I said, we just gonna sip our tea. We're gonna speculate. We're gonna talk about some hot topics. Let's get back into the story.
I know my daughter had to leave someday, partying, drinking. Like, what? Like, y'all, what is the world coming to? Like, these mothers these days, and I'm not talking about all mothers, but I'm just saying, y'all already way be want to talk about it be deadbeat daddy, but baby, it be deadbeat mamas too. Like, ain't no way I could have got on, like, the internet publicly saying some stuff like that. Lil Ronnie lost his life. That's sad. His daughter, the 5-year-old baby that lost her life, it's even sadder. But for your own mama to act this way and carry on like this on this platform, baby, go on now.
And what lies was told? She is speaking some facts. It looks very, very sketchy. And it's not cool. And she's right. Some people just ain't believe. But okay, this is the original thumbnail, and I changed it around. Angela said, did she make the call or text the killers to what car wash they were at? And remember the other day, I think it was Wednesday, during this video, I played that video of the guy who was speculating that all of this occurred because of insurance policy money. And during that live stream, I was like, he's reaching. He's, she ain't do that to her own baby. Coming to their defense. But like Angela said, she's making herself look very suspicious. She's making herself look like she has something to do with it. And just like the Michigan mother, the story of the Michigan mother, how more facts came out down the road, I am sure as time goes on, we are going to hear more and more. But she does look very suspicious. She does. She looks very suspicious, and that whole situation, here's one of the videos we did on it. We've been talking about it for a while now. The G Money Little Ronnie situation. And honestly, I'm tired of talking about it, but more information keep coming out, so we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So we're gonna cook later on today. That is the plan. That is the plan. And we're going to be back tomorrow with time for tea at 907 Goodies. I am not sure what the hot topics will be about, but we do have some live streams set up for tomorrow, or that we're going to do. We're going to do time for tea on Friday. Friday night, I want to do some prep. The Saturday, I want to do a lunch mukbang for the Saturday Foodiegang breakfast. It'll be lunch instead, and that live stream will be members only. I feel like I'm hearing all these noises. That's why I'm looking around like this. But yes, this is our daytime show that we're gonna be doing during the weekdays. We are gonna be talking about hot topics, celebrities, food news, and politics. And we are still going to be cooking. Wednesday we have new content coming out. Like I've been saying, I'm behind in the editing and I gotta get a lot more editing done. But shout out to the sponsors of the show and everybody that stopped by. We got Lady in the Vogue come through with the $4.99.
Don't me know I worship the ground.
We got it restarted. We got Emperor coming through with the $5. He said testing, testing, testing. And Emperor said peace and blessings. Y'all, we've been up here for almost 3 hours. I was not expecting for us to talk about that Michigan mother for so long, but it's a good story. It's something that we gotta talk about. Um, Yeah, I'll see y'all in a little bit. I'm gonna make dinner today. We're gonna get back in the kitchen. And the only reason why we have not been in the kitchen like that is because your girl shoulder been hurting, but we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna get back into it. All right, this is time for tea. We will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tonight with some cooking. We're gonna try to do 2 live streams a day. Shout out to the sponsors of the show, and also shout out to all my members. I want to do a special shout out to Casey for being a part of the gang. For being a part of the gang. Make sure y'all subscribe to Ava's Playtime. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Oh, and also thank you to everyone that came up. Shout out to Drip King and also Lady for coming up. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to hit y'all with the outro video. And I'll see y'all next one. I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, where we talk about hot topics, celebrities, politics, and food news. And yes, also check out Emperor's gaming channel. Emperor works so hard and is one of the top tier moderators here on YouTube or on our side of the fence. Shout out to Emperor. And Angela said, thanks everyone for watching this live today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And Emperor's, this is why Emperor's one of the top tier mods, because not only does he drop his link for the channel, for his channel, he drops multiple other content creators' links and is always supporting. She was here for a second, but LT will be on the go. Great YouTube channel. You guys have got to check it out. And so many other great content creators. But that's why Emperor is one of the best. That's why. All right, I'll see y'all on the next one. Leave a comment down below after this video ends. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think the Michigan mother should be charged? Do you think the late G Money, Little Ronnie's baby mama has something to do with it? Do you think the track star was guilty? Comment down below. Let me know. Let's finish the conversation in the comment section. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang.
This is Chef Big Bang. Thank you so much for watching at 907 Good Eats. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm out.